Hello everyone, I hope you're well, you're smelling great and enjoying your favourite fragrances today. And this is what we're going to be opening. It is Oud Lemon Mint by Mancera. So this is what we got today. I'm quite excited about this one actually. It's called Oud Lemon Mint. And yeah, it's by Mancera. And a complete blind buy. Bought it because I like mint and oud. no more deeper than that. So it was, and it was very, very cheap. Got this off a reputable discounter, and I believe it worked out with the discounts. It was just over 60 English, about 61 English pounds for 120 mil, I believe. Yes. So we'll get into this. Very easy to come off. If I remember, with Mancera, they usually come in a little satchel-like bag. So yeah, this is no different. Inside there, little bag there, gold bag. And let's get this out. I do like their bottles actually. They're usually quite weighty. This isn't. Oh, it is magnetic. I like the bezel on it, the extra bezel, and yeah, lovely colour as well. That's fantastic colour that is. I don't know much about this other than I like lemon and mint, and I'm hoping I'm not disappointed with this. Little gold cutter, metal gold, no, I don't know actually, plastic metal. Yeah, so that's it there. Lovely that is. Gold with this like blue into green lemon colour. So let's get this on. It is a blind buy. I've got big expectations for this. I'm quite excited actually. Might not show it, but hey. Okay. Okay, that's not what I was expecting. That's interesting. It's more fresh than what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be quite oudy. There is a slight oud. Actually, that's coming through quite nice actually. It's not a heavy oud, it really isn't. It's a very, very sedate one. Might come out stronger in the dry down. It is fresh, however, it feels like a dull freshness. It's not like a really zesty out there. Maybe that oud's just holding back the lemon for this. It doesn't feel like a citrus bomb. Now, I bear it in mind with Mancera's and several other fragrance houses is when they first come out of the gate, do have the tendency to be slightly synthetic. This will have to say I'm really liking it actually. Well, it doesn't feel strong. My experience with other Manceras is they're quite powerful, they're quite beastly. This doesn't feel like that. This feels quite close and comfortable rather than projecting like a monster. I've had to have another spray of this, like in the air, like that, because it does feel like I've gone quickly nose blind to this. Now I'm not sure what's in it. It's really, I was expecting this to be a citrus bomb, like radiating with a thick, heavy, woody oud backbone structure. And it's the opposite. It's very dulled down. It's almost like repressed. Let's have a look. I don't know what notes are in. Well, let's have. Imagine there's lemon and mint and oud in there, woods notes. Possibly a little floral. It's surprisingly like pleasing. It's like quite a pleasure. It's quite a pleasing scent. So let's have a little look. Yeah, it was launched in 2016, created by Pierre Montale. Yeah, the top notes are lemon, almond, black pepper and coriander. So yeah, naturally smell the lemon, though it isn't it isn't a real fresh, zesty, bitter lemon. It's more of a syrupy, candied lemon. Middle notes are Agarwood, Oud, Patchouli, Egyptian jasmine, and mint. Part of me buying this was for the mint. And like with many mint fragrances claiming to be mint, I'm not picking it up. I'm really not. Which is, it does come as a disappointment. This isn't a disappointing fragrance. It's just disappointing for me that I'm not able to pick out the mint. And yeah, I imagine that floral's coming from the jasmine. I couldn't pick that up, but I could pick some type of floral up. The base notes here are vanilla, amber, white musk, leather, and vetiver. And this does feel musky. It does. It feels quite a heavy on the skin, thick to the skin scent. I may be incorrect. This may turn monstrous. There's potential I feel with this is that heat might really help this perform. We're looking at longevity, it's saying long lasting and eternal, and sillage is strong to moderate. It's more male and it's okay price. 60 English for 120 milliliters. It's not disappointing. It is. Just saying that and thinking you were coming into our summer now, that it's quite a decent buy for that. I will be giving this some wear. Do some pros and cons here. I'll do some cons. May annoy in hot weather if oversprayed, and that gets a lot of thumbs up. Also gets quite a few thumbs down. Strong and nuclear sillage. It's saying it's a mixed bag. It's many saying yeah, many saying no though. This doesn't feel like it to me, though it does feel like one that other people will smell around. Opening may be harsh or headache inducing. Yeah, quite possibly. It's synthetic. It comes out the gate synthetic. Because it is. Basically. Quite a lot of synthetic ingredients involved in it, so stands to reason. Not much detectable despite the name. Yeah, I agree. Barely noticeable. Got a little whiff in the opening. May come on later. Synthetic and linear development. It was certainly synthetic. Does this feel like it's going to change much? No, not really. It's changed from the opening, but the opening is a very quick affair. It's like a little sniff and then it's off and then it's on to that musky dry down. Not suitable for warm and humid weather. More suitable for feminine or mature audience. Massive thumbs down with that. It's easily wearable by anyone. This is absolutely anyone. A different take on a blue fragrance to me. May smell like toothpaste or Nivea cream. No, I'm not getting that. Right, so pros for this is potent and long lasting. That massive thumbs up. Good projection and sillage. Beautiful and strong fragrance. Works well in cool spring and fall. I can imagine it does actually. This would work well most any season, I think. This would be one of those that freshens and uplifts in the colder months. Smelling that in that bottle. If this is what I smell like, then this is absolutely remarkable. Uplifting and festive scent. Yeah, gee. I swear these comments read my mind. Suitable for tropical climates. Definitely, yeah, that's what I feel with this. Receive many compliments. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt this will get compliments. It does have that out the shower vibe in a different way. There's nothing really I can relate this to other than that Lauderdale Ghislaine, and even that's gone. For judging by this, it probably would require a well ventilated venue. we brought a few people to saying, just got this as a blind buy. Seriously strong stuff, creamy aromatic lemon and some spices. Quality is excellent and it smells expensive. Looking forward to wearing this in the summer. There's two ways this can go in the summer. It can either be an absolute banger, a real solid performer, or be an over performer and then yeah, have the potential of being cloying. I don't think this will, probably because of the osnemia that's come with this. This is my first niche fragrance and a blind buy this. I'm confused because this fragrance is full of contradiction. It is a fresh but super potent nuclear performance. It's not room filling, it's room flooding. Well, you know, maybe because it is so strong and I've got anemic to it, as anemic, it's probably may well be hitting the room big style. Well, yeah, I'm making the error of putting on a few more. Maybe less is more with this. Lemonheads with almonds and ambery woods in the dry down. Pretty gross to my nose. Something about Mancera DNA is just really sharp, synthetic and jarring to me. And yet I'm inclined to agree when initially coming out the bottle, they do have that tendency. Generally, with my experience with Manceras, is they do need that time to dry down, and then they usually perform well and become like killers. I smell lemon, floral, almond, amber, and leather. No oud and mint, maybe because it blends well on the other notes. A unisex fragrance. This was mature for months already. The oud is minimal. It's like microscopic, and the mint is non-existent. Let me know if anyone else can pick up the mint in this. Very nice, similar to Versace EDP in my opinion. I get more compliment with Aoud Lemon Mint for sure though. This is what I was expecting with this. The Eros Parfum Mint, I don't think it's been done better anywhere. And for a designer, the way they've done mint in that, it's far better than many niche fragrances that I've come across with mint in. This is what I was expecting. I'm expecting mint. If anyone out there knows a real heavy mint fragrance that's a killer, let me know, because since trying the Eros Parfum, nothing's come close to the mint in that. It's not a fragrance I generally wear that much now. It's a very casual, it's a gym scent for me, the Eros Parfum. Do you know what? I've just taught myself into wearing it. This is the thing with the fragrance collection. One can forget how good they are until they go back to them and wear them. Do not blind buy it. Test it or get a sample. Smells like incense. Isn't it amazing how people have different interactions and experiences with fragrance? There's nothing for me incensey in this at all. I'd say this is quite a youthful fragrance. This would be great for anyone youthful wanting to get into sort of entry level niche. It's definitely more unique than many designer fragrances out there. It is unique in its own right. I can't think of much that I can relate this to, other than perhaps Fresh Air, because I've gone so anemic to it. One of the most synthetic garbage fragrances I've ever smelled. Super sharp garbage oud note that has nothing to do with oud. Horrible, screechy, the opposite of uplifting. You're better off wearing no perfume than garbage like this. This is everything that's wrong with perfumery in a bottle. I hate to be dramatic, but it is what it is. So, garbage. It isn't garbage. I mean, it may be to that person. This retails, I think, for about 130 euros on their site. Now, that's probably 110, 115 English. Is that worth 115 English at full retail? You wouldn't need to buy it at full retail. Got half the price. And though, if that wasn't an option, would this be worth? That's a difficult. You see, smelling it there, I can smell it there in the cap, but for really not smelling it on me. I guess I need to be around some people to see if they can smell it. They probably can. I wonder what it is in that. I wonder if it's ambroxan, because ambroxan is something I go very, very anemic to. It doesn't say it's got ambroxan on the box. It's not unpleasant, it's just not noticeable. I had this catch and release yesterday. A blind bought Zerja 40 knots, the OG. Never would have known this is a close dupe of it. If it is, it's a very shallow dupe of it. My experience with 40 knots, this is really noticeable. That's a really strong, thick, like beast of a fragrance. Lasts hours. Thick Tart Lemon and Mint, thought it was okay. Beast Performance, this probably hits for certain people. Yeah, don't judge this fragrance based on the first initial blast of the first spray. It's strong at first with a sharp cleaner like lemon, but shortly after in the dry down it develops into a slightly lemony musky oud that I love. Really nothing like it. Longevity on the skin is solid. On clothes it literally won't come off. Sillage is also strong. It does feel, it's interesting that in the sense that because I was anticipating the real citrus blast for some reason, it's what I conjured up in my mind, and a heavy mint. It's actually the opposite. And the muskiness of this is really what's apparent. It's very dry, musky. The opening is a bit odd. A week later, the scent profile turned crazy magical, and that's what I suspect. Even smelling this now, it's almost like need to crack the lid to activate this fragrance, if that makes sense. Because smelling that lid, I wish you could smell it. Spray a bit in there. Yeah, you see, that's synthetic. That's really, I can understand people wanting to put that on, that potential for the headache and the syntheticness of that. However, there's almost like a chocolatey vibe. There's no chocolate note in there, though. Just even leaving that for a while, that just is totally just changed. Which surprised me. I thought it was going to be like a real wet, zesty lemon. I believe this is one that will need to wait a few months before coming back to. Don't let the ratings fool you. This is beast mode. Longevity is eternal and sillage is enormous. Out of the 15 Manceras I own, this is one of the best that I've tried. You get both oud and creamy lemon. These are the two dominating notes. I'm going to put a bit on my wrist actually, because I wonder if that... I'm really struggling to smell it. I got a whiff of Dylan Lardiel. That'll be the almond. It's got that Ghislaine almondy vibe in the opening, which I love. Those couple of sprays on the wrist have helped me pick out a few other notes on that actually. One of the greatest smelling fresh fragrances out there, and for the price on discounts, this is absolutely unbeatable. I fell head over heels in love upon first sniff. No, this absolutely does not smell like a urinal cake. Do not listen to the reviews below. A beast in performance too. There's always urinal cakes, there's always baby powders, there's always Dior Sauvage, standard. Things like urinal cakes and baby powders and that, they will use similar ingredients. That's just how they are. A lot of people, there's love and hate for this looking on here. Harsh opening, but soon turns very luxe. Vanilla and amber in the dry down, and the citrus notes stay with it for the entire ride. Absolutely beautiful. Calvin Klein's version of a urinal cake. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do that, like these designer houses do urinal cakes, make a fortune. Very strong, citrusy and minty opening. Dry down is more woody, oud and amber notes. Fresh spiciness with pepper and patchouli, a very fresh masculine fragrance. This goes from chemical mess to perfection in 5 minutes. 1 to 3 sprays in the hot weather and you're gold. Yeah, so to be fair on everyone there, I can understand the syntheticness and the headache inducement that could come with this. Perhaps for the first, if you're able to hold your breath for about 30 seconds, so that quickly dissipates, and then you're just going into the fragrance, then it has changed somewhat on me. I'm just not able to detect it on me, which would probably, I could smell it there. Smell the almond vanilla. Challenge for me to wear this type of fragrance would be, generally I like to wear a fragrance for the journey and experience. Because I'm not able to smell this hardly at all, I'm going to feel like I've not got a fragrance on. Other people will smell this and they'll be the ones enjoying it, not myself. So I'd have to really consider where I'd wear this. And it's one of those ones that there's no point spraying more and more on, because that'll probably just offend offend people even more, like really get you noticed. It's creating a bit of flipping controversy on here, according to some people, like defending it and dismissing it. Little fragrance wars going off. Creamy lemon. The bottle needs a few weeks to macerate, but after that it's beautifully creamy lemon scent. This is what I suspect. Okay, magnetic cap batch code 21K306D. The performance seems like it's gone down in this new bottle. I've previously had 2 official testers and it was definitely more pungent and long lasting. I've had a similar experience with red tobacco, which I have a newer batch and it's definitely much weaker. Possibly. Okay, yeah. He's saying do not buy the 2004 reformulated. I'm not going to read it all, but basically he's saying that when they tried this from the full bottle, there was 0 protection, 0 CR. This literally was a skin scent in under an hour. Yeah, they even set aside it for 4 months and come back to it and it still had 0 performance. This is what I'm suspecting this is. Yeah, they're disappointed. They're not going to buy any more. Man said, this is what I suspect with this. I can't imagine this being a beast or having much of a sillage from my first impressions. And then I'm thinking I'm going nose blind. And now I'm thinking in line with that person, maybe this just isn't the fragrance it used to be. I'll have to check. I suspect that. See, I'm in 2 minds now. Naturally, I will come back to it in some months and see how it is. Gonna have to get some feedback off others for this one because I really cannot smell this. I've gone so nose blind to it very quickly. There's hints of it. There's hints of that almond and vanilla now. Because of the resemblance to LDL, I would, given the choice, I'd probably go for that over this because for the simple reason that's an EDT and I can smell that for easy 6 hours. This is a eau de parfum and I spray it on and I can't smell it. Don't know, maybe it is bad. I can smell something. I've got to be fair. I smell something it's not. I'm having to get real close just to smell it. I'm not smelling it in the air around me or anything like that. Or if I am, it's very mild, almost semi-undetectable. No, it's a tough one to make my mind up. I'm probably pleased that I did only pay 60 for that. I'll give it some wares. I'll give it a fair chance. It's only right. At the moment, the jury's out. I'd like to like this. I'd like it to be a lot more stronger and detectable because some of the notes that I'm picking out, it does smell amazing when I can pick them out. Though it's almost like an invisible scent. It's really bizarre. So let me know. I mean, the batch code on this, just if anyone's interested, is 24A030B. Yeah, I don't know when that was made. I don't know if it's been reformulated. It isn't the screw cap. It's the magnetic cap. Though I do like that gentleman mentioned about the atomizers. They do have a real good atomizer, I find. It's a proper dispersal. Yeah, picking up the almond vanilla vibe now. No mint, minimal oud. They'd probably done better calling it almond vanilla. They really don't even smell much citrus there. As I mentioned, it's like a candied lemon. It's not a fresh, zesty, punchy lemon. Not in this batch anyway. I'll leave it there. Take what you can out of that. If you got any experience with it or thoughts around this, then by all means share them. And yeah, I wish you all the best for now. And please continue creating value in your lives and environment. Bye.